Can we get started already?
Well, we gotta make sure that the shit works.
Yes. Tyler Herro's a better all-around shooter than he is.
All around, yeah, but 3-point, no.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
You're on crack.
Nope.
Fameworthy. Is Cooper Kupp a Hall of Famer?
No!
No!
Yeah!
Okay. Cooper Kupp is the same as Kawhi Leonard.
No, he's not!
Started.
Tyreek Hill was never the best receiver in the league. He was top 3. Ray Lewis was the best player in the league.
It is a criminal act of what he did to that organization.
Average quarterback, I have him at 15.
I have him at 24.
No, that's crazy. That's crazy. Listen, Dak Prescott is not. Just because he's overpaid doesn't mean he's bad.
Tell me what big game he's won.
That doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. Welcome back to Through the Lane podcast. I'm your co-host, Talon.
I'm Lame. Let me make sure this is actually doing this correctly because it's recording, but I gotta frame this. I will just do it like that. So you're going to be the main screen, Talon.
All right.
I'm going to be in the bottom right corner. Okay, but to start off the episode, because we're both Braves fans, and if you've watched any baseball lately, it's been a hell of a month.
Don't watch the baseball.
Don't. It's depressing.
Watch it.
I'll probably edit like the beginning clip of us watching the Braves and kind of just getting it out already. But I texted Town yesterday. It's the starting thing. Snicker's got to go. He's too passive.
He doesn't care. He doesn't care about anything.
So explain to me why Dylan Lee, probably a top 5 lefty in this league, pitches every 4th day and does not close out games. Now, last night, finally, Snicker goes, Rizzo may not close a lot of games. Finally.
He shouldn't be closing any games.
After blowing, it's bad. It is so bad. When it's even like 6-3 and he's coming in, he's giving up a run.
I'm scared. Yeah, I'm scared.
Like it's so bad. And he comes into the game, okay, it's like, 4-10? And then we give up all those runs, and it's like 8-10. Right? You're like, okay, get 2 outs, please.
Yeah.
All right? Doesn't. Gives up a 3-run home run. And I called it when they put him in. I was like, watch. It'd be so funny. He just give up a 3-run home run. And my coworker goes, Lane, he gave up a 3-run home. I'm like, why? And then Pierce Johnson, why isn't he pitching more?
I don't know.
Like, why are our 2 best relievers?
That walk-off wild pitch, I wasn't even really his fault.
No.
Like, that was not that wild of a pitch.
And Dansby Hernandez, I honestly think might be the closer of the future. He profiles as a closer. Why aren't we giving him chances? He's 26.
We have there's a lot of things they gotta.
Like next year looks good, right? Because we're gonna get AJ Smith-Sawyer at some point, Ronaldo Lopez, right? Ronaldo would, I think if we got Ronaldo back, rotation's fixed, right?
It'd be a lot better.
Acuna, another year away from ACL. Drake Baldwin's another year in his, and
we were looking at this year like we were gonna be one of the best teams in the league. And then
when you get a new manager. Have to. I don't know who. Please,
we need to fire him. We need to fire him right now.
Exactly.
Right.
Maybe.
Now.
And here's the thing: if you think Freddie Gonzalez is the future of the team, make him the interim manager.
Yeah.
And if they do good,
see what he does.
Just promote him. Do what the Nuggets did. Promote him.
Yeah.
But if not, to go find someone else. And I'm going to say this, and I've been on the fence about this for 2 years. I'm an Alex Anthopoulos hater. It's not that good. Like, let's be honest.
I don't disagree.
What move outside of the Chris Sale move, right? What move are you like, man? Like Chris Sale was a bit of a, because he's having all those injuries, right? He whiffed on Jared Kelenic, bad. They misused Von Grixon when he was there because he wasn't slugging off, but he was getting hits. And it's something that a team needed was someone to just hit the ball. Okay? Yeah. We trade William Contreras, who, yes, at the time is not who he was right now, but was trending upwards.
Yeah, he wasn't all right. He wasn't just like bad.
He wasn't bad, and he was a good offensive catcher. Something we needed. You trade him away for Sean Murphy, who is injury prone from when he was in Oakland to now. You then, for some God knows reason, and maybe the team doesn't need to be sold. I saw this yesterday on Instagram, sell the team. And this needs to be a thing because we have somehow financial constraints. When we were one of the younger teams to win a World Series, and with a young core, do not decide to fork up so much money to do it. right?
Yeah.
Freddie Freeman, the face of the franchise. You don't go, okay, we're going to give you as much money as you want. You make Freddie come to us, you give us a deal, we'll sign the paper. And then when you let him walk, you have Dansby the next season, the face of the franchise.
Yeah.
Another Georgia kid, trending upwards, finally can hit a premium position. We look at it and go, go to Chicago. And who do we replace him with? Orlando Arcia. Okay? And then we go after Profar, and I don't know if, we didn't just do our due diligence with Profar. I mean, how do you
That's a very weird situation. I don't know if you can there's no one to blame there. Because he started off the year like he was gonna be good. He was gonna be a really good addition. But
and then
he got
find
caught.
out he was on roids last year.
Yeah. And then you think that's why he was really good, because he was on steroids.
I guess the Ronaldo Lopez was good. It was a bit of a risk, and now it's kind of backfired, but he worked, the potential's there.
Yeah.
Raizel Iglesias, out for really that 1 year when he was the eighth man guy, worked out really good. Ever since then, he's been like an average. I'm not where where you're like, okay, Raizel.
He may be the worst pitcher in the league right now. So.
Oh, dude, take out the Rockies.
Rockies right. I don't even really consider the Rockies the MLB right now.
A team. And now Ozzy's struggling. Michael Harris. Honestly, if I'm the Braves, you've got to bring Dana Brown back.
Yeah.
He was the reason why they pushed for Strider. There's the reason why they pushed for Michael Harris. There's the reason why they pushed for William Contreras. He saw talent and evaluated it. He's the reason why we drafted Michael Harris. The reason why we drafted Bryce Elder. The reason why we drafted Spencer Strider. All late guys. And now you're looking at, and we're missing on draft picks. We're missing on international free agents.
Yeah.
Because we keep trying to address shortstop in the international pool. Diego Bendez was a miss. It's another guy we missed on. Jose Perdomo has not played yet. We're missing on guys. Guapa's a miss. Douglas Godd's a miss. We're missing on so much. And I'm just looking at it, I'm like, okay, Alex, where are we going from this? What are we doing? And then the thing where the coaching staff, he's not addressed the coaching staff because we're still striking out at an insanely high rate. Did not address the bullpen this past year.
At all.
Joe Jimenez was gone, so one of our top relievers is gone. Raizel Iglesias is in his mid to late 30s now. And then, was it yesterday? Okay, we bring Craig Kimbrell back. And we waited.
He pitches 1 inning.
We wait a little too long to bring him up. And he looks good. For what he's done, he looks solid. He's a veteran guy that we need in this bullpen. Picks off a dude. Doesn't happen much in baseball nowadays. After one scoreless inning, something we need, we DFA him for a brother named Austin Cox.
There has to be something in that. Why? I don't understand.
I don't understand it either because it's a veteran. Listen, if you're going to have anyone challenge for that closing spot, Craig Kimbrell's that guy.
Him. Yeah.
Craig Kimbrell's that guy. And you DFA him after, it wasn't Jesse Chavez when he was pitching was throwing clunkers, did not look that good. So it's okay, whatever.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. But you're now DFAing him from Austin Cox and then not giving the ultimatum that Drake Baldwin needs to be the everyday catcher. Why is he batted 500 for the month of May and he's playing every 3 days? Sean Murphy, I just said this, I think he's batting 186, 280 on base percentage, and a 327 slugging.
Yeah.
That is terrible in a lineup that needs hitting. Drake and the lineup looks good when Drake Baldwin's batting second. When he's in the lineup, he's in the 2 hole.
Yeah.
And you're putting him in for someone that's in the 9 hole who's not that much better of a defensive catcher. Let's be honest, Sean Murphy has not been that good defensively since his first year.
No, not at all.
And it's just the lack of, honestly, clear house. Trade Raizel Iglesias or cut him. Shit.
Get rid of him, please.
If I'm making a play for anybody, right? If you don't trust anybody in-house to be your future closer, and there's a few young guys, I'll pull it up on my phone that I'm looking at, and I'm like, okay, Hurston Waldrop.
Yes.
First round pick from 2 years ago. The thing was, if he doesn't work out as a starter, he's a closer. Okay.
Yep.
Well, he struggled as a starter a lot lately. it's going to play up 101 fastball, a 90-mile-an-hour splitter that is disgusting. Why not play him up?
That screams closer.
Closer, okay? Didier Fuentes throws like a mid to high 90s fastball, nasty slider. Jaquarius Lara, same profile. We profile your international young pitchers like there's no tomorrow. High fastball, nasty slider. Pray to God the changeup comes along.
Yeah.
Blake Burwalter, who was a closer at Auburn, who they're trying out as a starter. Like something. And
just do something. I mean, they're just not.
Make a move. And Garcia was kind of crazy to me because if you think about it, before he was the starting shortstop, he was a super utility guy. He played DH because he had that like month span where he hit like 2 game winners and he was raking when Marcell Ozuna was still like struggling. He played left field in 2021. He can play shortstop. Guess what? Who we need in left field? Guess what position we need? A left fielder. Guess where you can put Orlando Arcia in left field? Because guess what? Orlando Arcia can hit for some power. I mean, Nick Allen's a solid find, but like Nick Allen's is probably going to win Golden Glove at shortstop. Yeah. And that's about it. He is one of the worst offensive players you'll find in baseball.
He's not.
But that's fine.
That's expected. I mean, he's not.
Like shortstop and center field are the 2 positions you can get away, and catcher, you can get away with having a Golden Glove player and having probably the worst offensive player on the team. But again, on a team where you need hitting,
you can't really do that.
And it's just Snicker's got to go. I mean, it's just bullpen decision after bullpen decision. Everything
that is happening comes down to he's still here. Why is he still here?
Yeah, and it every year. Okay, so since after 2021, it's like mid-June, early July. There's a team meeting, players only. It happens every year. It usually happens right because we play Arizona around the same time. Right, 2 years ago, Eddie Rosario hit like that walk-off grand slam.
Yeah,
they had it, and it happens every year. Why is that having to become a reoccurrence where the players have to come together and be like, "Come on, man, we've got to get this together." Why don't we have a manager to do that? You know who would I love to see? Skip Schumacher.
Okay, yeah.
Why not fork up a bag to bring him in?
Yeah.
Why not? Like something. You've got to put money. I'm tired of saying we can spend money and then not spend money. Like it is so awful.
What makes it just so bad is on paper, I think everything looks really good, maybe other than the bullpen. And it's just not producing.
And the strikeouts have been an issue. And the strikeouts were an issue in 2021. But you had Dansby Swanson who could hit. You had Freddie Freeman who drew walks and hit pat. Like Freddie Freeman is like will go down as a top 5 first baseman, probably a top 30, I would say, batter of all time. He's one of the more underrated all-time hitters ever. If you look at his stat, like his career, dude's just been a dog. Like if Shohei Ohtani does not exist, Freddie probably has a second MVP. And we don't fork a bag up for him. Even if his agent was, foobarred up that whole deal.
Yeah, we don't really know what all happened there, but
how do you not even still though meet his needs and say, okay, Freddie, you want $280 million? Take $280 million. 7 years? Take 7 years. Because you're this homegrown kid from Georgia.
I feel like if we had made that deal, we'd be in such a different spot right now.
Like, let's be honest. Matt Olson's either feast or famine.
Yeah.
He's either hitting 12 home runs in a month or he's hitting 3 and batting 180.
Yep.
And then when the playoffs come around, because he's so strikeout prone, there's nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. And what was one thing that carried us throughout the playoffs in 2021? Freddie Freeman's clutch hits. And guess what Matt Olson just doesn't have? Matt Olson's not a bad player.
Not at all.
He is a great offensive bat. But there's holes in his game that when the playoffs come around, it's an issue. Again, the same thing happens to Ronald Acuna. But I think Acuna brings so much more other than hitting that Olsen doesn't have that you can kind of get away with it. And Ozzie Albies, for whatever reason, has not been the same player since 2022.
He's not been doing anything, really.
Austin Riley needs help, and he hasn't been really the same since he got hurt. I think Ozuna has a torn hip right now.
Really?
Yeah, that's why he's drawing so many walks, is he's not swinging as much because he can't swing. There's a video of him like falling at third place, at home plate, because he literally could not run. Like he was like because of his hip.
Yeah.
And it's just like this team, the window's closing. Because like Chris Sale, you're like Chris Sale, last year when Chris Sale, you're like, you got most likely one more year. And we're food barring up the year.
Coming into this year, you think I was thinking that this probably needs to be the year.
This is what?
I was thinking like this needed to be the year that we got it done. And I felt like this would be the last year that we would have a very solid chance.
Well, I thought with the Profar move, it set up the outfield. And if I'm in Topless now, when Profar comes back, I'm trading him to the Rockies, and
you got it. You cannot keep him. You cannot keep him.
You can't fit him back in that locker room.
Mm-mm.
You can't bring him back in
play
that
the
locker
playoffs
room.
anyways.
So then you get rid of him. Okay, I say you get rid of Rizzo Iglesias, Owen Murphy, and Diego Bendez, and Nick Montgomery for Mason Miller. And you bring him in.
Yeah.
And then you try to figure out shortstop some way, somehow. And the thing is, like, I'd say, go call the Cubs, but the Cubs are hitting well.
Yeah, you're not going to get.
Cubs are playing well, so they're not going to want to give up on him. And I'm looking there, and I'm like, I don't know where you'd get a shortstop from. But Nick Allen, love Nick Allen, love the goggles. I think every Braves wife guy should wear goggles because, Lord Almighty, they hit better when they have them. You need a long-term solution at shortstop. And we don't have one. Unless you want Nacho Alvarez there. We had it in Vaughn Grisham, but you just like the defensive errors are too bad. And he doesn't hit for enough power, but he hits 280. And then now his career's nosedived in Boston. Something's got to happen. And it like they praise him for the Strider thing and the Michael Harris thing. When in the moment when all that was happening, you'd read Dana Brown, the scouting director, is banging on the door. Call him up. Extend him.
Yeah.
This guy's the future. It wasn't Alex. It wasn't his idea.
Yeah.
And to me, that's got to be the fact that we let him walk out the door and go to the Astros. And look what he's done with the Astros. Where, like, he took an aging team and he replaced what's-his-face with Joe Espinal, the new manager. And that was a hit.
Yeah.
Love the new manager. Jeremy Pena's been a good find. Yanier Diaz has been a good addition. I like the Christian Walker thing. He did miss on the Jose Abreu, but he turned around and was like, we're still swinging. There's attempts.
Yeah.
There's attempts. And, with the bullpen, they're making moves. They found a few guys. I mean, they went out and signed Josh Hader.
Yeah.
They had Ryan Presley, who was in the midst of being one of the more dominant closers in baseball, and they said, Josh Hader's the guy.
Yeah.
And making moves. And it's just the lack of effort from Snicker and Alex is just infuriating.
It's embarrassing.
I mean, you go up 4-10 and lose.
It was 10-4 going into the top of the ninth. It was 10-4.
And you lose. And then the two games prior to that, both times in the ninth, bases are loaded. And it's like Michael Harris is up both times. And he's gotten worse at swinging. Like he's becoming Eddie Rosario.
I don't know what's happened.
Terrible pitch selection. And it's just like, dude, again, Michael Harris, Golden Glove center fielder. But when we don't have the bats to hide it, like it's a problem. I mean, right now we're losing 4-3. Ozzy's up to bat. Ozzy's probably going to strike out. Ozzy does what Ozzy does. But
it's just what makes it worse is like we should be good. Like we have the talent. That's what makes it. That's what makes it hard to swallow.
We should be one of the best teams in baseball right now. I mean, we came in at like the third highest betting odds.
Yeah. Behind the Dodgers and the Yankees.
and somehow have fumbled it all the way there. But
I think if you fire Schnitt soon, something can change. We'll have to see.
I mean, our best hope's a wild card spot.
Yeah,
because we're not winning the division.
Mm-mm.
And again, because they just rehired Freddie Gonzalez, and for a while, Freddie Gonzalez was tabbed as the future manager. If you still believe that, for Freddie Gonzalez and the franchise moving forward, move on from Snicker.
Yeah.
And give Freddie Gonzalez the second half of the season. And if the team plays well, promote him.
Yeah.
This isn't a team where you can just kind of throw shit at the wall and hope it sticks. Like this is
just hope. Yeah, you can't do that.
You just can't do that. Like Freddie Gonzalez is a very unknown asset. So, and this is a year where you can kind of just start playing around with things.
Yeah, I mean, the year's already going down.
You can't get any worse.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a top pick next year, and hopefully you hit on a guy then. Maybe you go out and if we get a high enough pick, a Liam Doyle, someone like that, somewhere up there. But start making moves now.
And I think almost all moves need to be in pitching. I think.
We need a new closer.
Yes.
I'm not sold on Dansby Hernandez as the future closer, but I think he could be.
Yeah. I've seen good stuff out of him.
Another guy you can tab out, Abner Umride.
Oh, yeah?
He throws a lot. He throws hard. Was tabbed as the closer of the future for the Brewers for years. Struggled a little bit last year. Trevor McGill takes over. Guess what? Trevor Umride's picked it back up, but they still had Trevor McGill.
Yeah.
You sent them, somebody, a pitcher, and a 18-year-old, like fresh guy that's still in the Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
Probably bring Abner Umride in, and you've got a closer of the future. You've got to bring in some youth.
Yeah.
And it's just, I don't know if Alex can do that. I think Alex is kind of tied to the way the team is and doesn't want to make big swings.
Yeah.
If you're not going to put Murphy in left field, you've got to move on from him.
I think you got to realize how good of a player Drake Baldwin is.
Yes.
Like those don't just come around all the time.
Especially catchers like him who can hit and play solid defense.
And how his opposite field hits are just so impressive.
He's so good. He's a 2-hole hitter.
And you don't see that in catcher really ever.
Like I mean, Cal Riley's probably the best catcher in baseball right now.
For sure.
And I mean, Cal Riley might be the first catcher of all time in a while to win MVP.
Could be, yeah.
Because I mean, let's be honest, if a catcher hits 50 home runs, 120 RBIs, catches a fourth of base runners, and bats like 270, how can you,
How can you not?
Unless Aaron Judge goes supernova, but voter fatigue.
And he kind of is, though.
But he's got 2 already.
True. He is batting 400, though.
That's true.
Which is insane.
Aaron Judge, I think,
and hitting power.
I think Aaron Judge will go down as top 5 pure hitter of all time.
He's incredible.
I mean, the 60, and the issue is we kind of take him for granted because of what Shohei's doing.
Yeah.
But Aaron Judge, the thing, without Aaron Judge, the Yankees are terrible.
Oh, for sure.
The Yankees are awful. Because that's not a well-built roster. Not at all.
Yeah.
But to segue, because we were talking about MVPs, and we're going to talk about basketball now. SGA won the MVP. The SGA hate is out of hand.
For me, it's a weird topic because he did not have a better season than Jokic.
Oh, I agree. But
Jokic deserved it, but he's SGA's not. I don't know. I don't think SGA doesn't deserve it. He doesn't deserve it as much as Jokic
did. But it's kind of like how we were talking with Aaron Judge. Jokic had what would be like an Aaron Judge type season this year, but still didn't win it because SGA. I guess it's because of SGA's team, but I do think Jokic deserved it. I think Jokic will always be the better player. But the thing where everybody's saying SGA is a free throw merchant, I saw the stat. He shoots less free throws a game than LeBron,
Yeah.
MJ, Kobe.
I think what drives that narrative is kind of the foul baiting that he does.
But James Harden did the same thing.
Oh yeah, James Harden was way worse.
It was so bad. James Harden,
he was way worse.
Because James Harden would travel while doing it. That was the bad thing. Like James Harden would have travel, pick the ball up and just walk, and then someone breathed on him and he'd fall over, and we're like, oh, we're calling that.
Yeah. I think it's I think obviously deserved, but I think Jokic should have had 5 straight MVPs. That's how good he's been.
Crazy
he should
to
have
think
had
about.
5 straight.
And it's been a minute since we covered the NBA because our last episode, the Warriors were still playing the Rockets, and they beat the Rockets.
Yeah.
But Steph goes down, and that was so sad.
Yeah, there wasn't any recovering from that.
No, and Jimmy Butler, everyone was hating on Jimmy Butler. I want to say this real quick. Everyone's hating on Jimmy Butler for how less aggressive he was. But if you remember at the end of that Rocket series, he was the same player then. He was aggressive before the the butt injury, but then with the butt injury, he was kind of, hesitant. So I think you've got to give him the chance.
Yeah.
But the Timberwolves, I don't know what the Timberwolves do. I mean, that team looks good, but point guard's got to be the place you upgrade at.
I'd say so, yeah.
You've got to get somebody that can kind of initiate the offense more, let Ant play off ball.
But I feel like I don't think you need to do too much with that team. I think that's a pretty. I think they're a very well playing. I think they play well together. I think they're very.
Rob Dillingham.
Yeah, he needs to play. Yeah,
he needs to play. Terrence Shannon should get more minutes. I mean, brother lit it up the other day, and I mean, they look good. I love the team. You've got Naz Reid. You've got to bring back.
Yeah.
Another play. Like, how much money you want, Naz? Okay, you want 120? Take 120.
Yeah, he's so good.
Because Rudy Gobert without Naz Reid is a disaster. Because I didn't really realize this until watching some of their games. They switch both of them so often to change the pace of the game.
Yeah.
To where it kind of gets you all set. And then once you start honing in on Naz Reid, throwing Rudy Gobert in, who's a completely different style of basketball than Naz Reid. And Anthony Edwards, I hate Anthony Edwards again. He's playing like a 23-year-old, not a 4-year-old vet. Listen here. The brother is probably one of the top 5 best basketball players in the world right now. Leave him alone.
He's not. Has he been getting a ton of hate? I feel like he hasn't been getting
Oh my gosh. He needs to be better. And it's mainly Fox. It's mainly Fox Sports. And Fox Sports is just full of idiots.
I don't trust the media anymore. They're annoying.
ESPN just beats the same horse over and over and over again. To the Eastern Conference, and I want to talk about this. I've been waiting. The Jayson Tatum thing. Okay? All regular season, we look at Jayson Tatum, we're like, man, he's so good. Man, JT, man. And then the playoffs hit, and the narrative flips again. He thinks there's 3 quarters of basketball. And again, if you remember this, against the Knicks.
Yeah.
He's disappearing. And then it got really bad before his Achilles popped. And you start looking at it and you're like, okay, wait. Now we know why Steve Kerr did not play him. Now we know why Steve Kerr didn't play him. Because Jayson Tatum is one of the most passive basketball players I've ever seen. He'll just sit in the corner.
Yeah.
Stand there.
But you watch whenever he's aggressive, and he looks like the best player like you've seen. It's
and that's
crazy.
What's crazy. Because they could 2-man the crap out of you. Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum, and then you put Kristaps at the top of the key, and you're just cooked. But they did it, and
then he just stops. Like he's just like, I don't really want to play
basketball. He just gets up.
And
it's mind-boggling. He's such a bizarre player because, let's be honest, I think the Celtics are fine without him.
Yeah, I don't to an extent.
I think they're fine without him, but I think that this year was their last year kind of being that super team. Drew Holiday's getting up there. Kristaps Porzingis, I mean, such great talent cannot stay healthy.
Yeah.
I think, honestly, if I'm the Celtics, I kind of punt on this year.
Well, you're not going to have Tatum this year, so.
Yeah, he's going to be gone all year.
I wouldn't. If I was him, I wouldn't try to come back at all.
And they're already talking about blowing up that team, kind of trading KP and trading Drew Holiday. And honestly, I'm for that. Because, again, and we're about to talk about the Knicks before we get to the finals. They were very similarly built to the Knicks. No depth.
Yeah.
No depth. And you saw what it did to Jayson Tatum. He put it, his body just wore down. And you see what it did to KP. Because Al Horford cannot play 30 minutes a night.
No.
So KP's having to play 35 minutes, and KP's probably better as a sixth man.
Yeah.
But
he can't handle the 35 minutes a game. He can't handle that.
So you've got to get somebody that will be the starter and have him be the sixth man, or you just trade him. The Celtics are an interesting spot.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about.
I don't think they're not in a bad spot. I don't think.
No. I think
they have, because they have the assets to trade for stuff. You still got Tatum when he comes back. You got Jaylen Brown. You don't have to get rid of.
Peyton Pritchard's probably your point guard of the future. I feel like.
Yeah, he looked really good this year.
They've got depth at center with Quinta and Luke Cornett having a game.
Yeah, Luke Cornett, he's been playing good.
It's just you need more. They need youth. They have not drafted well since Peyton Pritchard.
Yeah,
they whiffed on Aaron Nesmith. They didn't have a first-round pick 2 years ago, and then Baylor Shulman did not play as much as I think he should have this year.
Yeah.
So they've got to draft better. But a team that's in probably a worse spot, the Knicks.
Yeah, I don't.
They just fired Tibbs, and they say it's been a month coming. And I've been saying this for a while. I don't think you could win a championship with Tibbs, and we saw that against the Pacers. The Pacers just gassed them. The Pacers just made it a track race, and there was nothing you could do.
And it kind of sucks because I felt like on the surface, I think they have a really good team. It was one of those things where if Jalen Brunson isn't having a good night, you have a lot of other options to go to. I feel like they were kind of like the Pacers because any given night, someone on the Pacers is going to play good. Not everyone's going to play bad.
Smith going off for 30 and a quarter.
It doesn't happen.
I think
they were just too gassed. They just didn't have enough depth. It was a well put together team, I felt like, but it just wasn't well executed.
I don't think Tibbs is. I think Tibbs took them as far as they could, and I think Tibbs restarted that franchise. But you got to have a bench. I mean, you see these teams. The Warriors had a bench. OKC has a bench. The Pacers have a bench, guys. And it's not even playing them 30 minutes a night, but it's 10 to 15 minutes, getting something. And they only have 7 guys on that team on the Knicks.
Yeah, just give them some rest. Anything.
If I'm the Knicks, Bruce Brown has to be a target.
Yeah.
Somebody.
Just someone that can come off the bench and produce.
And you got to figure out what you got to do with Mitchell Robinson. Yeah. Because he's either really good or he is just awful. Because you start fouling him. And he starts missing free throws after free throws after free throws. I think firing Tibbs was a good move.
It was a weirdly perceived move too, though, because they fired him, and then you go look at the team's success over the years. With Tibbs, it's been by far the best.
Great.
By far the best.
I mean, one of the greatest runs in franchise history.
But he was never gonna take that extra step. It was never gonna happen.
I mean, Kenny Smith said he would struggle to play 9 guys in a baseball game. And that is so true.
Yeah.
So true. Because, I mean, he can't. And last year the team broke down and guys got hurt.
Yeah.
And this year they just got tired.
I mean, that was it. They were just gassed. They had the offense to do it. They just didn't have anyone to come off the bench to help. And
by the time the fourth quarter hit, they were so tired. Yeah. And Tyrese Haliburton, everyone's saying he's overrated. Just needs to can it. He's one of those guys.
You can't anymore.
He's hit like what 5 game winners?
Yeah.
I mean, game 2 is going to be tonight, and I didn't get to watch game 1. I'm watching game 2.
I did not get to watch game 1 either. And I could have, but I got on there and I'm like, oh, okay, he's up 15. Ball game's over.
Yeah, not going to watch the game.
No, it's not.
Like I stayed at work a little bit longer, and then I looked and I was like, oh,
another one. He had another game winner.
Great. Like we're going to talk about the finals now. Listen, everyone's saying that. That it's the least watched one, whatever. And it's because, like, let's be honest, people that love basketball are going to watch this.
Yes.
It's the average day fan that's not going to watch it because they don't understand what you're getting here. Like, this is
I don't understand why they think like that. I don't understand how people think like that.
Well, and what's crazy is they're tired of the bigger team.
I don't know why you wouldn't want to see 2 different teams in the finals. I don't know why you wouldn't want that.
Especially 2 really young teams who are exciting.
And it was the same with the was it the Rangers and Diamondbacks that made it?
Yes.
Like no one wanted to watch it. I'm like, why? That doesn't make sense. This is good basketball.
Like this is parody. We bang our heads on the desk and we want parody. When parody hits, we're like, no. Awful.
I'm not gonna watch it.
No, something just came to my mind, and we'll talk about it at the end. It's the draft lottery, and we've that will be the end of the basketball segment. But I love this matchup. I mean, it's going to be. I mean, it's going to be 5 to 7 games.
Yeah,
and it's going to be a slugfest. I think the Thunder are just so deep.
I just think to me, there's no way. There's just no way.
There's so many guys. Like, listen, you throw Lou Dort on Tyrese, and then Lou Dort gets in foul trouble. Then you throw Alex Caruso on him. Then Alex Caruso gets in foul trouble. Then you throw Kaysen Wallace at him. Then Kaysen Wallace can get in foul trouble. And then you throw Jalen Williams at him. Then Jalen Williams can get in foul trouble. And then you can throw an Ajmi Dang or a Kendrick or an Aaron Wiggins.
There's nothing you have to worry about if you're OKC. Like something happens, let's do this. Jalen
sitting there.
Jalen Williams can't score. Okay, Chet, you score. Oh, Shea can't score. That's not gonna happen. Still,
Jalen Williams, go off.
Jalen Williams, you score. I need you to I need 4 threes in the fourth quarter. Okay, Lou Dort, shoot the ball.
Yeah, take them. You need some clutch defense. Alex Caruso, start harassing people. You need rebounding. Yeah. Isaiah Hartenstein, come on, brother. What's crazy? They got 3 first-round picks this year.
Dude, I can't.
It's so stupid.
They have 13. They have 13 first rounders until 2031.
What's crazy is this team's not going away.
Mm-mm.
And they're going to have a deep bench because guess what? And they're going to stay cheap because they can just let guys walk and replace them with another first-round talent. And
you got to keep. You got to keep 3 players. That's Jay Will, Chet, and Shea. And I think you just got to keep that.
It's a big 3
for sure.
And Chet in a way has had a disappointing season, but it's because he broke his leg or hip. Yeah. And he's not been the offensive firepower, but he has that knife, and you have to respect him. Yeah. And it's so crazy. You got, and then they hit on second-round picks. Aaron Wiggins, Kendrick Williams.
Yeah.
Kaysen Wallace falls to them. They have the other Jalen Williams. Isaiah Hartenstein was such a great get, which came in such a great hand because when Chet went down, they're like, oh, yeah.
They're like, yeah.
Another guy that give you 10 and 10 and 9.
Let's just borrow him in.
Let's just, toss him in.
Yeah.
And there's no way, again, if they, if Kaysen Wallace, deserves a bag when he's a free agent, they can let him walk and get another defensive stopper. When Alex Caruso's deals up, okay, Alex, thank you for your 3 years. We're going to go draft someone else in the first round. And, by the way, we will not find a dog in the second round. They've got their backup point guard of the future who missed half this season they found in the second round. There's so much talent on this team. It's just stupid. But the Pacers are such a well-coached team. And Mark Daigneault for the Thunder needs to get his flowers. I mean, the guy was a G League coach. And look where he is now. But Rick Carlisle's I didn't know Rick Carlisle coached the early Pistons.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. The bad boy Pistons. Like Mouse in the Palace.
Oh, that's cool.
Rick Carlisle was the head coach of that team. Brother's been around for a while. He coached the Mavericks.
He's been around.
So, you don't really – so, I'm like, okay, he's a student of the game.
Yeah.
And, Tyrese is clutch as clutch gets. Not Nembhard is a great defender, apparently.
Did you that step back that he hit on Shea has got to be one of the dirtiest things I've ever seen.
Nembhard's low-key gas. You have Aaron Nesmith, who all of a sudden is like a sniper and then plays phenomenal defense. Pascal Siakam, who I think is one of the most underrated stars in basketball. Miles Turner, another underrated center.
And he's got a three, too. Miles Turner has a three-pointer on him, too.
And, by the way, give you 4 blocks a night.
Yeah.
Play phenomenal defense in the paint. Then, and let's not forget, this team had James Wiseman and Isaiah Jackson as the backup centers. All three both tear their Achilles.
Yeah.
So they're down to their third or fourth and fifth string centers backing up Miles Turner.
Yeah.
And this team is just so deep. TJ McConnell is just a dog. This is going to be a dogfight of a series. I think OKC wins because, again, there's just no way. There's so much.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. It's been every series. I'm like, no way, Pacers can do this. I'm like, no way, do it 4-1. I'm like, okay, they're gonna do it again though. They're gonna do it. You can't do that to the Cavs. They do it to the Cavs. I'm like, okay, but they're not gonna do this to the Knicks, are they? Then they did it to the Knicks.
They just gassed the Knicks.
And so, like you think, hey, you never know.
Windhorst said this because he talked to somebody from the Pacers. He said, "We've got to get down by 10, and then come back in the fourth because we're not juiced unless we're down by 10." And the OKC loosens up when they're down by or up by 10. And it happens. And so it's one of those things where it's like OKC needs to blow them out. But here's the thing. OKC doesn't play that good when they start blowing teams out. And the Pacers play better when they start game blown out.
OKC they get very complacent whenever they're up. You can tell.
They're so young.
Yeah.
I mean, the oldest guy on the team is Alex Caruso.
Yeah.
You know how stupid Alex Caruso is like 31.
Yeah.
You know how stupid that is.
Yeah.
But I mean, they can't really bring in a veteran because they have so many first-round picks, so much talent. You just gotta have Isaiah Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Sniper. I mean, you just look up and down this roster and you're like, yeah, I can have 10 points from him. I can have 10 rebounds from you. I can have 3 steals from you, 7 assists, 4 blocks. And they piece it together, and it's a well-built team. It's insane. But I want to talk about something that might end up being well-built, and it kind of kills me. The Mavericks.
Yeah.
You know how stupid that – do you know how – Nico Harris's job was saved the night he won the first overall pick?
Yep.
Because you're looking and you're like, Kyrie's out, AD's injury prone. Klay Thompson's old. They don't like the pick. They're probably not going to have a good pick. You're like, yeah, it's a bad year.
Then you're like, okay, let's just give them one of the best prospects we've seen in the past 20 years.
And they get super flat. Like, okay, listen to this. Now that window's back open. Like now we're looking at a window because if AD goes down this year, right? Because they have him for another year afterwards.
Yeah.
Cooper Flag's getting 35 minutes a game, and Cooper Flag's just getting the ball. Like he's just getting to figure out. So then when Kyrie and AD come back. You've got a brother that can probably give you 20-something a night. And then you got Klay Thompson, who Klay Thompson will always be a sniper.
Yeah. He's never really going to just be able to not shoot the ball. I mean.
Yeah, that's a talent that just doesn't go away. Look at Kyle Korver.
Yeah.
And JJ Redick. Then they've got Derek Lively. It's just not fair. Like, you have a bonehead of a GM, and it just – and I forget about this. They have Max Christie to replace – Klay Thompson as Klay Thompson gets older. Like they hit the nail for a
I'm telling you, it was a good move. Nico knew what he was doing.
No,
he was like, we're gonna go out, we're gonna get that first overall pick.
We're gonna drop out of the playoffs just so we can get Cooper Flag. You know what's even stupider? The Spurs have the number 2 pick. So if Cooper Flag never existed, Ace Bailey's probably – we're looking at Ace Bailey like he's probably generational talent.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably like – yeah. But the Spurs are getting a number 1 overall pick talent for sure.
And now the Spurs have him. And this was always the worry. And I've been saying – you can attest to this. I've been saying this for months. The scary thing is the Spurs can still hit it because they had so many injuries this year.
Yeah.
The Spurs can land a top 5 pick. And add that to De'Aaron Fox, Devin Vassell, Stephon Castle, and Victor Wembanyama.
I mean, on paper, they grab Ace Bailey. That's an amazing team,
dude.
I mean,
you can put Devin Vassell at the
amazing.
2. You have De'Aaron Fox at the 1. Devin Vassell. We'll have Devin Vassell at the 3. Stephon Castle at the 2, and Ace Bailey at the 4. Ace Bailey can play small ball 4. You can make up with it when you have a 7'4" center,
7'4" alien out
like
there.
you can play a 6'7" power forward and get away with it because no one's getting in the paint.
Exactly.
And then you got Jerry Saskatchewan and Keldon Johnson.
Yes.
Coming off your bench.
Yeah.
And Harrison Barnes.
Yes.
And Harrison Barnes could be the starting power forward for the first year, and you let Ace Bailey be your 6th man.
Honestly, yeah.
Like, it's so stupid. Honest to goodness, the Spurs, like, we're in a territory where I think the Warriors have a year or 2 left. So you're not looking at it at.
I don't even know if that. They're gonna. I think they're gonna struggle this next year.
If Jimmy Butler's healthy and Quentin Post, if they get Nikola Vucevic from the Bulls, which if I'm the Warriors, Jonathan Kuminga is a Chicago Bull player. Sign and trade him because, like, his replacement he's already been replaced.
Yeah,
Jimmy Butler's the future, and Moses Moody looks good.
Yeah,
if you get Nikola Vucevic, it's over because you don't have to play small anymore.
Yeah, that'd be big.
But you're looking at now. I mean, the Timberwolves are good, but I'd have the Timberwolves 3 in the West. You're looking at a deep OKC team and a overloaded Spurs team for the next 5 to 10 years, going head to head for the West.
Yeah,
and then you've got a Cooper Flag left Mavericks team, and it's just so stupid.
Yeah, very.
It makes it's just. And the East is just going to be terrible.
Yeah, like always.
The East is stuck. Like, what is this? Oh. Now, to football real quick. Well, okay, I want to talk about this. Popovich retired. Did you see the way Pop was walking?
Yeah.
He does not look good.
No, that's...
I
feel like he hadn't looked good for at least, like, the past year. I feel like it's been...
But when he had that stroke, like it is, his health has nosedived.
Yeah,
but that was a shame to see. It's cool to see he's retired. Mitch Johnson is the head coach of the future.
Yeah,
and again, like how do you like? And I want to talk about the Nuggets. Fire Mike Malone, Alderman replaces him, and they do better with Alderman.
Yeah,
that's why I believe the Braves should fire Brian Snicker and give Freddie Gonzalez shot, because if Freddie Gonzalez goes nuts, in-house guy.
Keep him. Yeah, keep him.
But 2 NFL things real quick. Aaron Rodgers just signed with the Steelers. That was so stupid.
He needs to go, bro. He needs to
retire. I mean, I see why the Steelers wanted him, right? You need a quarterback.
Yeah.
But, like, come on, dude.
I'm not even talking about it from like a Steelers standpoint. I'm talking from like Aaron Rodgers. Like, you should hang it up. Like, he needs to be hung up.
Good. And him going on that pity party about how the Jets treated him. He never went to camp with the Jets. Yeah. He just kept missing camp. So, like, why are you expecting? And it was such a PR problem with the Jets. The Jets didn't owe him squat.
Yeah.
A dime at all. And to me, the way the entitlement of Aaron Rodgers is just insane.
Crazy.
Side mark, Braves are still down 3-4.
Yeah.
To the Giants. It's just disappointing. But also, what are some teams you're excited to see during camp?
I don't know.
I'm excited to see the Falcons defensively.
Yeah. I'm excited to see the Patriots.
Yeah, Stephon Diggs. I don't know what's going on with Stephon Diggs. That video is crazy.
Yeah,
that's just
Stephon. That's just Stephon Diggs, bro. That's just
Stephon.
That's just him.
The Vikings are going to be interesting.
Yeah, they're gonna. That depends on JJ McCarthy for sure.
Yeah, the Browns just for the hell of it because
I got
to see. I've got to see what's going on in that room.
I think one of the more interesting ones will be the Giants. I want to see how all their moves have worked out because I feel like they made some really nice moves.
I kind of want to see Travis Hunter.
Yeah,
Travis Hunter looks like he's going to be a bit of a dog. The Giants because Jackson Dart's going to be an interesting player. I love the system he's in.
Mm-hmm.
Which now at the point with that move, you're kind of looking at it and saying Dayball's got 2 years.
Yeah.
Because no way you do that to Jackson Dart. And no way you do that to the GM. So yeah, you can take the QB of the future. Oh, by the way, you've got 1 year.
Yeah.
Like, I can't wait to see how they Abdul Carter, Kevon Thibodeau, Brian Burns, Dexter Lawrence.
I mean, it's got to be the best pass rusher. It needs to be this next year. Needs to be the best pass rusher in the league.
Dude, it's so stupid. Every guy has 10+ sacks potential.
Yeah.
Like before Dexter Lawrence got hurt, probably the best defensive tackle in football.
Oh yeah. Brian Burns has been really good. Kayvon Thibodeau's been iffy. But
Thibodeau as like your third pass rusher, your third edge. Like,
Thibodeau you can't double Thibodeau. So
what are you gonna do? Not a double Abdul Carter and Brian Burns and Dexter Lawrence? Like, what's crazy is because let's say you kick Brian Burns or Kevon Thibodeau down and on the inside, right? You go 4-3 and you go Dexter Lawrence, Kevon Thibodeau, Brian Burns, then whoever's not on the inside and Abdul Carter.
Yeah.
You can't really double anyone.
And I wonder what they're going to do with Abdul Carter, if they're going to do anything with linebacker.
I wonder, kind of like what Georgia did with Jalen Walker, and what they're talking about with him is kind of, and what happens with Micah Parsons a little bit, where you kind of have to line up Mike, and then him just blitz off the top.
And that's kind of what I expect, at least for them to like experiment with Abdul Carter,
because he kind of terrorizes them. Another team I'm interested to see is the Eagles.
Oh yeah,
the battle for right guard to see who takes that over, and then who's going to be that pass rusher. I mean, outside of Nolan Smith, but like it's Jihad Campbell's bouncing between on ball and off ball.
Yeah,
is Julius Hunt the guy that's going to replace him? They signed Azeez Ojulari, and I don't know why. It would be so funny because he's a former Giant.
Mm-hmm.
He goes on and has like 12 sacks.
He would.
Pass rushers. The Eagles just take former Giants players and then turn them into what Giants wanted them to be.
Yeah.
And just, that would be hysterical. That would be hysterical. Another team, I mean, the Bengals, just because of I think it's all about to go down for the Bengals.
You think so?
They haven't signed Shamar Turner yet, or Stewart.
Yeah.
Trey Hendrickson is threatening a holdout.
Yeah.
They don't have any. The offensive line's terrible. I just don't. They have no money. I mean, it's about to go down quick.
And it sucks because to me, I think Joe Burrow is one of the best players in the league.
Top quarterback.
Yeah,
that team was good last year. He honestly wins MVP.
Yeah, I think he deserved it anyways. But it's kind of weird. You can't. It's hard to give it to him whenever they just don't.
A team that didn't even make the playoffs.
Yeah. If you put anyone else in that situation, like if they have a mediocre quarterback, they're horrible. I mean, they're like horrible. 2-15.
Yeah, he gives them 4 extra wins, and I mean, he played out of his mind this year.
Yeah.
But now on into Indian baseball. The way we started, the Red Sox and Rafael Devers. It's been a little quiet, but that I find the Red Sox. I'm trading Rafael Devers.
He's been playing sneaky pretty good though.
Yeah, but like he won't play third base when Bregman goes down, and it's like, well, you were just bitching about not playing third base. Okay.
Yeah, he just wanted to.
Like 3 weeks ago, brother, you were complaining about not playing third base, and then where the position where bad defensive third basemen go to play, first base opens up, which is process, and he's like, I don't play first base. I don't, and you're like, okay, well, what do you do? I hit. Okay,
hit. Oh, I do. I hit.
Great. We have this kid named Roman Anthony, stud of an outfielder that we need to pull up. and we can't put him in the outfield. So if you could move your sorry ass off DH so we could put him there, be a great. No.
I mean, pick one. First base is not that hard. Play it.
Like, dude, it's not literally. He is one of the worst third basemen of all time, right? So you're like first. They're talking about it's either first base or DH when he gets his 30s.
Yeah,
let's go to first base because then if he does good, trade Tristan Casas for third baseman or move Trevor Story to third base. Have Marcelo Meyer play short, and then go on from there. And it's just you're sitting there and you're just like, I trade him. Honest to goodness. I don't know.
It's a weird spot because he's been hitting quite good recently.
I don't know if you call the Yankees. Oh, you can't call the Yankees if you're the Red Sox.
Oh, no, they would not do that.
Maybe the Astros, but again, what are you going to get?
Yeah. Call the Braves.
He's our first baseman. Take Matt Olson.
I don't even know what we would do. I don't.
Austin at
first
base.
So many odd places. Like you wouldn't want to move Ozuna, wouldn't want to move Matt.
Dude, my coworker's like, his name's AJ. He's like, let's just put Ozuna in left field. I'm like, I don't. I saw one video of a shallow left field hit, and the brother ran home from third. Like Ozuna has no arm. Ozuna, like I don't know.
What? Ozuna lowlights in left field are probably the greatest thing on the planet. I mean, they're
hysterical.
No, I'm the funniest baseball player of all time is when he hopped up on the fence and hit balls 10 feet.
That's what I was speaking about. When he's like, for some God knows reason, they have him in center field.
And
because that makes sense. Having Big Bear play center field. He runs. He's like on top of the wall too. Like he's not like
no. I mean he's up there. Like he's
on
it.
And the ball's like 10 yards in front of him. Like hits before the running track.
Not and even like close at all.
And you're like, okay, Ozuna, okay, buddy.
You're watching like, oh shoot, he's about to rob this. He pops right in front of him.
And then he kind of just stands there and looks at it like. Did I just see what I just saw?
He like did that? Am I that stupid?
You know what? Another really bad left fielder, and we were talking about this on our last few episodes. Jose Altuve.
Oh, yeah,
dude, that's so bad because so bad. He can't rob anybody.
No,
and he has no arm. Like you're putting a guy. Second baseman are players where they have bad arms.
Yeah, second base is where you throw like pretty good hitters, and Jose Altuve is an amazing hitter. I mean, he's always has been.
But like it's bad infielders.
You don't get to just throw a second baseman out into left field and hope, especially when he's 5'6". That's not how it works.
Yeah, like he's gonna start robbing home runs. And
like something's gonna change.
Like we're not talking a 20-year-old. We're talking like a guy that is in his last few years of his career. Play left field, a position, and it's not like he played third base, shortstop.
And Hall of Fame guy too. Like there's no reason you're having to put him in left field.
To move him.
No reason.
Move him. What, for Brendan Rodgers?
I just don't.
You could have done so much. I mean, and it's so bad. Like it's like Jose Altuve will not be an all-star this year, even though he probably deserves it offensively because of how bad defensively he is.
Because
because you're just looking and you're like probably the worst defensive left fielder in baseball right now.
That we've seen in a while.
The Braves. Well, no, I think Marcell Ozuna's got him beat. I think Marcell Ozuna's doing the Braves a favor by just being like, I'm not like if they put Marcell Ozuna in left field and Marcell Ozuna goes, I don't play left field. I'm like, thank you.
I'm like, please.
Like because Rafael Devers is bad, but like at least Rafael Devers can get the ball to first base in time. He just struggles picking the ball up. Marcell Ozuna can't get the ball home when the brother's on third.
Yeah.
It's a shallow left field. I think it's against the Phillies. It's a shallow left field hit. It bounces to him, picks the ball up, and the brother tags up on third and runs home. And the ball is still a mile behind him. Shallow left field hit. That's one of
he's his own player. We don't. That's Marcell.
He's got a torn hip or something. He's got some torn muscle.
That's what he does.
It's Big Bear's Big Bear. Jose Altuve. For the okay, are the Astros playing today? I've got to look.
Is he in left field today?
I don't think they've taken him off of left field. They did 2-4. They lost 2-4 to the Guardians. Oh yikes! Wait. He didn't play today.
Talk about how bad the Orioles have been. Golly!
Oh my gosh,
they have been horrid.
Mike Ellis needs to get fired.
Yes.
We need to normalize in baseball canning GMs because I think at this point we're letting anybody be a GM.
And they just stay. They just stay. Rock is still here.
Let's be honest. If the Braves don't win a World Series in 2021, AA and Snit are gone by now. Right?
Yeah, oh, for sure. Yeah.
Mike Elias hasn't even they had 2 good years. And now Adley Rutschman looks like a bad offensive player. Kirsten Kierstead, after having a good year last year, can't hit the ball. Tell me why your big signing Charlie Morton.
Yeah, that's
41-42. I mean, on a really good rotation last year, he's the number 5 starter. He's our number 2. No, our other signing, some 35-year-old Japanese man that's never played Major League Baseball in our life.
Yeah,
okay.
It's just so the moves just didn't make any sense. They were poised to not be
addressing the bullpen at all.
Yeah.
We're driving Yunier Cano into the ground. And now Felix Bautista's back. And it's so sad because, again, another team on paper, Gunnar Henderson, Jackson Holiday, Adley Rutschman, Colton Cowser, Jordan Westbrook, Ryan O'Hearn, Ryan Mountcastle, Cedric Mullins, Dylan Carlson's just a terrible player. Ramon Laureano, who, again, why did we let him go when we needed –
yeah.
But again, that team should hit. They give you 8 runs and they lose by 3 because Charlie Morton. I think I actually think Charlie Morton is the worst pitcher in baseball right now.
Oh my gosh,
dude! Okay, let's.
I don't hate the take.
Let's look up Charlie Morton's pitch. Because it was so bad, they moved him off the rotation.
How old is he? 40?
He's 41.
Holy crap!
He has a 6.7 ERA.
Oh gosh!
He's given up 10 home runs already. He's got 31 walks to 57 strikeouts. He's hit 4 guys already. Man, he hits a lot of people, actually. Last year was 18. The year before was 12. The year before that, 18, 17, 4, 12. Then he led the league with 16. Led the league with 13.
Golly.
He's led the league 4 times with hit batters. His 5th this year says he should have a 5.2.
Oh, that's a little better.
That I can justify throwing him out there with the 5.2.
Yeah, it's playable at least.
But okay, so what are his last stats? It's all because when he played the White Sox, he struck out 7 and went 6 innings. Okay, so he's played the Twins, the Nationals, St. Louis, White Sox, and us.
That's
we only tagged him for 4 runs.
That's a good group of teams right there.
Yeah. No wonder his ERA is dropped.
Playing those teams at 7-6, you're getting benched, buddy. You're gone.
-1 WAR. He's 2-7.
-1. Oh,
it's not that bad. We saw Jorge Lopez for the Nationals. Jorge Lopez for the Nationals had 6 wins just get cut.
Yeah. Wins are a weird stat.
Yeah, Paul Skeens wishes that stat was not real. That is a travesty. What is happening?
It is. No, it is
for football and baseball. It is a travesty.
He has a 1.88 ERA this year.
He should win the Cy Young. Probably won't.
He will. I think he will.
The Cy Young this year is going to be interesting because you got him, Chris Sale, Tariq Skubal. I think is the best pitcher in baseball right now.
Oh yeah.
And you know what's crazy about the Tigers? They still got 5 top 100 prospects that are 3 years away. Max Clark, who looks like a great center fielder.
Yes, yeah.
You have Kevin McDougal, who looks like a great second baseman. You've got the 2 catchers you got from the Dodgers. You've got their first-round pick from last year. It's a deep team.
Yeah.
Deep team. And then Jackson Jobe looks good, but he's down. You've got guys who had Tommy Johns a few years ago who's coming back. And I mean, and they're already the best team in baseball right now, and they still got another wave of young guys.
Yeah.
And Scuball, I mean, I don't think he'll hit 300 wins because he started peaking so late in his career. But the brother looks. I mean, he pitched not a complete game. Was it 103rd or 113th pitch?
Yeah.
No, it's his 92nd pitch. 103.
103. Yes.
Just the 103. Like, okay, and from the left side. Like, I think he's the best pitcher in baseball. Paul Skeens, though, their biggest offensive pickup was a brother named Spencer Howitzer. You've got probably
that organization is a joke.
You struck gold with probably going to go down as a generational pitcher.
It's got to go down as one of the best pitchers ever.
Best pitchers of all time. He's been on one of the best runs in all time. And this is a guy like he's done it so well. He's not going to have Tommy Johns.
No.
So you look at that and you're like, give him some help. Please.
Or let him go somewhere. Just let him go.
Well, what's crazy now, because they were talking about, like, would you give up Drake Baldwin and A.J. Smith-Sawyer for Paul Skeens? I say no, because it's just too much.
Yeah, that would be a weird. That would be hard.
Paul Skeens is so good. You can't just give up prospects.
Yeah. You have to give up. Yeah, you can't.
MLB rate. You've got to give up half of your 26-man roster and then 7 prospects for Paul Skeens.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even think the Dodgers have enough. Like, I would command giving up, Yabashiro Yamamoto, Roki Sasaki, Dalton Rushing, and maybe Zaire Hope. And maybe you get Paul Skeens.
Maybe. 5
years.
Maybe.
And they have the money to extend it.
Yeah.
It's going to be an interesting year of baseball.
Very.
I haven't watched much because the Braves are so bad. What's the score now? I mean, what's
still 4-3?
Dude.
Top of the 9th. Here's our last chance.
And Camilo Duvall is in. Why is Verdugo hitting? Dude, it's just Austin Riley. I love Austin Riley, but no way in hell should he be the number 2 hitter.
He hasn't been horrible this year.
No, but he places more as a 3 hitter.
Yeah.
And it Olsen at your 4 and Azuna at your 4, Olsen at your 5.
Yeah.
Drake Baldwin, I'm convinced, should be the number 2 hole hitter day in and day out. The fact that he's not.
I completely agree with that.
I mean, Craig Kimbrell's going to get picked up, right? Oh, Dylan Dodd pitched. Holy cow.
Yeah.
That's scary. Again, we whiffed on Dylan Dodd. Great minor league career. Dog buns as a major league pitcher.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got a career 7.28 ERA, and we still let him pitch in games.
And he just pitched.
Because,
in a one-run game. He pitched in a one-run game.
He pitched against Boston, and he pitched against the Phillies. I swear, dude. Albies had an error. Oh, Dodd. The reason why Dodd had a scoreless outing is he picked off Matt Chapman.
Heck yeah.
He's going to get DFA'd tomorrow. Because we do not like pickoffs.
Wait, maybe that's the problem.
Oh, Drake Baldwin's pitch hitting.
Oh, is he about to pinch hit?
Bottom of the 9th. 1 out left. Okay, let's keep. After this is out, we'll end the podcast episode. We've got to watch this. We got to catch our live reactions.
See what we can do. Let's see what we can do.
Drake Baldwin pitch hitting. Please, for the love of the Lord, what is it? The top of the 9th? Man. Okay. Good take. Even if he gets a hit, Acuna's up next.
Hey, you hope Acuna can do something.
Acuna's got it. Okay.
That is one thing. At least Acuna came back, and I mean, he got right back.
First pitch he saw. Oh, man. Oh, wait. Okay. The screen went dark for a second. I was like, oh, no. It's like, not already. 3 pitches in. Please, Drake. He drew a walk home. Oh, no. It's 2-2. Too many. Strikeouts.
Did he strike out?
Yeah.
No.
Swinging spider. Strider had another terrible start after a good.
Yeah, it's when Strider gets later in the games too. He's starting to struggle.
I think honestly, you have him as a bulk inning guy right now.
Yeah.
Have someone open, have him go 4 innings, and then you just turn it to the bullpen.
Yeah.
I honestly rather have my bullpen in because there's a small chance that we can get through it. Strider, we kind of know. And I'm going to a Braves Giants game in July, and I'm praying that it's Chris Sale.
That's all. That's the only one.
Only
one is Chris Sale. Or Swellenbach's been really good too.
Because Drake Baldwin's been so good. The fact that he's got 3 home runs in his last 15 games. He's been 60. I mean, it's just so good. He's got a 900 OPS.
Yeah, he's been super
in his last 30 games, and he's not our everyday catcher.
Makes no sense.
Fire someone over that alone.
Yeah.
Someone who's got a 600 OPS is playing more. But I think that's all for today's episode. Let's do a prediction for Game 2 tonight, and I guess Game 3. Who do you think wins the next 2 games to the finals?
I think OKC dominates tonight, but then I think Pacers go back home, and I think they get them a win.
Yeah, I think OKC mollywops them.
That's what I'm expecting.
I think it gets embarrassing, and I think we have another close game in Game 3, and the Pacers miraculously pull it out for their last win of the series.
Oh, last win?
I just don't think. Again,
I would love to see the Pacers pull it off.
You know what's a shame too? Reggie Miller's not calling these games.
I know.
Like, how can we not let Reggie Miller call these games?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, and I'm happy. I don't even know if he's part of the group that's going to ESPN with TNT, the TNT group.
Oh yeah.
Which they came out and said that they've got full autonomy of their show, like Pat McAfee.
Yeah.
So it'll be good to see. But that's all for today's episode. We'll try to do more record on Sundays. Hopefully. But yeah, that's all for today's episode.
Yes, sir.